this computer, yes. Okay. I'm going to go to you and go more. And
Hey,
go
Daddy's got you.
allow record. All right.
Hi.
Hi. Hey. Welcome to episode 8 of Dresden Files. It's new, it's exciting, it's beautiful, and we're going to rock and roll it. It's a little bit of a late start, so it might be a shorter episode. But last we left off, we fought the Jade Court vampire and a Wudan fighter in the basement of a Taoist temple in the middle of the Bayshore area of Ottawa. And he almost, with your insistence, spilling all the alcohol everywhere, almost burned down the temple, which is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, machinations. But anyway, you defeated him. How did we defeat him again? Someone. What was the killing blow? Someone did a thing.
I think that's
the killing blow was I threw a spear through him.
That's right. You took it from the Wudan fighter and just chucked it right through him. That was epic.
Chucked it, and he stuck to the wall, and it knocked over a torch,
the lamp, almost set the place on fire. Yeah.
Yeah, and
you hit the floor, and the next thing you know, Shorty got low.
Mm-hmm. And then that was the end of it. Somewhere under the floor in the center of the room, as Jack had seen, is the axe. So what, Rachel, will you be doing?
I will
recover the axe.
I'm going to casually walk over to where I know it is and use my cane to kind of draw a circle around where it is and then point to the other guys. Start digging. All
right. When you examine the floor, you see that it is a wooden sort of floor, that there are wood slats that can be pulled up.
Okay, so it wasn't like in the ground, it's just under the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's right here.
Carrying them out, no problem at all.
Yeah, with your inhuman strength, you take your hand and go into the floor, grab
roll
a piece
so many
and pull
negatives
it up. In the possibility of this being funny and you hurting your fingers, roll a strength or might. Roll a might.
I might's only +2, so yeah.
But
I'm
plus 3 for breaking shit.
Yeah.
What about my discipline?
So you've got a 5 plus whatever you roll.
Discipline.
Say
I have 0, so 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
You easily put your hand through the wood and pull a piece up, and do that 2 or 3 times, and see that there is a crate about this wide, about that, and about that. So, like we'll say 5 by 2.5 by 6. Okay, so you recover.
Does this crate?
You recover this crate. What do you do?
I let Sloan look at it. I don't touch shit.
Well, first I'm going to tell Volus to take a look over it, see if it's wired.
All right.
Last thing we need is open this thing up and a spark or explosive.
Roll a something.
You don't want a flame to happen. That's the big thing right now.
Exactly.
No flame on, please.
Alertness or discipline?
Well, avoiding surprise would be alertness. Or
alertness, okay.
So alertness.
Well, I've got a +3, so. There you go.
Or investigation if you have it.
I'll stick with alertness because I've got 6.
Nice. All right, you easily go through it and see there's no traps, there's no secret locks or hidden vials or any weirdness there. So it's good to go. It can be opened.
Okay, and I didn't see anything like magical about it when I looked at it the first time, so I know it's not
looking
wired
over
that
it, it looks like the crate says that it's TNT. Is what the crate says that's in there.
Yeah. Well, then we'll open it up and.
You open it up and find what looks to be an ancient ornate axe, about 4.5 feet long. With gold trim and symbology all through it, all the way to this very beautiful axe, and like at the very top of it looks like a spear with an axe on it, with a bit of a red tail feather at the end. Congratulations!
So it's kind of like a Shaolin spade.
Yeah, very, very similar. Well, the Shaolin spade has got the spade at the top. This would be on the side.
Okay.
Right? So like it comes up to like the thing on the side with a point at the top.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, you grab it. You hold the axe in your hand. What do you do? Murder everyone in the room? Do
I
it.
touch
Don't be
the
a
hand with my
pussy.
finger at the same time and go, I do not feel anything. Do you feel anything? I'm touching it just above where he's holding it. Do you feel a little vibration?
No.
A voice
I don't
begins
feel
coming
anything.
through the axe into your head, Volus. Hi, it's Kevin! No, I kid. I joke. That doesn't happen. But the axe is
demon
very,
spreading.
very neat. On that note, your phone starts ringing, Volus.
Okay,
That
I
does
look
happen.
at it.
It says unknown number.
Oh,
Oh, that's
maybe the
helpful.
boss. I'll hold the axe for you, yes?
You'll hold the axe for me. No, I will hold on to the axe and talk on the phone.
Why don't you put it in the crate?
I'll just hang on to it for now. I like it.
He misses his sword.
Sorry.
He's lonely.
So I answer my phone.
Do not
Hello?
tell him with the sword.
One second. Stop yelling. You hear the phone say, "This is Byron."
Byron?
Yeah, this is Byron.
Okay. Can I help you, Byron?
That depends. Who am I talking to?
Volus?
What's your number?
Hold on, I got it here. Where the fuck is it? I fucking wrote it down, I swear.
The phone hangs up.
Fuck.
You got prank called?
No. Wasn't ready.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Well, let's get out of this.
Alfred's down on one knee, holding the green destiny. You see he's beside the dead body of the Jade Vampire. He lifts the green destiny up, and as he presses his hand forward, the green destiny disappears into nothing. He shakes his head, goes to stand up, his one knee shakes, and he falls straight to the ground.
I'm going to walk past them and search the vampire.
When you walk past Alfred, he's not breathing.
You might as well want to handle this. I search the vampire.
I go over to Alfred.
I hunt this.
Old-fashioned 1990 CPR.
All right.
Ain't alive.
Roll a. There's got to be something that's medical in here. I think it's scholarship is medical.
Survival?
Okay, I got scholarship.
There's no survival.
Yeah,
Scholarship.
there is.
Scholarship, it's
I
all
have
good.
survival.
Where is survival?
So do I.
Oh, there it is. Handling animals, camouflage, riding, scavenging, tracking is survival. Scholarship is answers, computer use, declaring minor details, knowledge of medical attention. See, right there, medical attention.
Okay.
Scholarship. Do you have scholarship at all?
I do. I am the guy that talks people into things. Of course, I got scholarship.
Okay.
All I have is talking people into shit and negotiating skills.
Though not now. Not at the moment.
I'm at even 0.
An even 0. He's not responding. You check his pulse. He has none.
All right, I start pushing my S's in a reverse feed.
You can do that?
Let's see if you can fight the monster from
Royal,
sucking the rest
you
of them dry.
With my conviction at +5, I'm pretty sure I can push it into him.
Give it a shot. I know what you have to beat for it not to be horribly terrible.
You know Leo's going to come back to his character being dead?
3
Plus
your.
5.
So you got an 8?
Yeah.
You go. You in a quick panic decide to use some of your very own life force to like bring him back. How do you do this? Do you just like think about it? Do you use your like emotional drain but like backfeed it?
And I'm draining someone.
Mhm.
I am just pushing my sin, which ain't very good for a monk, and the things I've done wrong, and pushing the essence of what I am that keeps me immortal into him.
All right. Well, you had to beat a 1. So in doing so, you push your essence into him. You feel a bit of yourself draining, and you notice that your sight is blurring. There's such a void in Alfred's chi and his essence. It's so much. It's like trying to fill a water balloon with hope is what you feel like you're trying to do right now. You got a water balloon you got to fill up, and you're filling it up with hope is what it feels like. And you're noticing you're hoping so much it actually seems like something's happening. And Alfred's eyes open up, and he's like, something happened. Something bad happened.
Does he come back with a French accent?
Then he comes back. He sounds a little bit different. How'd you say? Je pas bien. Mon tête malade. But yeah.
So I'm at what do you put down for my hunger right
So
now?
you right now would have taken from the chi drain. You take 2 damage from doing that.
So I have 2 left.
Does that go into his physical?
That would go
mental,
into
or-
mental. So on your mental stresses, mark a 2 down.
All right. That's out of 7, so that's not so bad.
Yeah.
I definitely need a nap, and I need to go see some hookers and blow. Cause,
Yeah. Your head, you shake it off, but
I need
like
to
it felt like to overcome what was. It's never felt that way before. Like trying to drain someone where you feel the drain come from. It's like you tap. This sort of drain was a different pipe. It's something totally different, and it feels that way to you, Jean-Paul. It feels like whatever this Jade Court took, it wasn't like his soul. It was something else.
Does that mess with his hunger?
The Jade Court or with him?
With him, are we gonna have to deal with a out of control
Not
hungry
right.
vampire?
Not right now.
I
But
do not go out of control. I just say I need to feed, and I go to the bar market, and I get what I.
it was you used your like I draw on their sins ability, right?
Yeah, reversal.
Yeah. It was overwhelming. It's like trying to run a gasoline vehicle on diesel. It's like what it feels like.
I just go by what I know from the books. Like when Thomas is super hungry, he doesn't think; he just acts.
Yeah, it's not quite like that.
I
But
just want to make sure.
It definitely like affected his mental stress though, like, but
Okay.
not to the point of like overwhelming. It didn't do 2 things. It did one.
I'm down to 5 out of 7.
Leo says, "I need to." Not Leo. Leonard says, "Not Leonard, not Leo. I got this."
Alfred.
Alfred says, "I need to go rest somewhere. Can one of you help me?"
I'm still searching the vampire.
We'll get back to you.
I found my Monarch ID.
Did you? That's good.
Yes.
Do you, are you? Is one of you going to help Alfred upstairs?
I pull up it up with one arm, and I lean myself against the wall. Go, someone help this one. I'm going to have a little rest.
Busy.
All right.
I guess it's me then.
Alfred is going to sit right beside you. All right. What are you doing there, Volus?
Well, I guess that phone call ain't coming back, so I'll help him upstairs.
Are you going to make a phone call then?
Star 69 his ass.
You can't start 69, but you can definitely have the Monarch office number.
All right, I'll call that number then.
All right. The phone rings twice, and there's an answer. And it's Monarch Securities, Byron speaking.
Byron, it's Volus.
Volus, what's your field agent number?
Alpha 629er Zeta 12.
Alpha 6-2?
Alpha 629er Z112.
Okay.
That's what I got written down.
Okay.
That Z, I might have killed him.
The 2 I didn't have. I had everything but the 2. All right. He says, "Excellent. This is Byron. We've had some interesting reports coming out of the greater Ottawa Valley that we were hoping you'd be able to take a look into."
Can I get details?
Yeah. About an hour ago, there was some police reports that came up that a body was found in the river, and there's just some suspicious information related to it. It's been sent on to the OPP to investigate and been passed on to Curtis Law. If you'd have some time to go to the OPP, they'll be expecting you as a specialist agent.
Oh, I got
Okay.
it. You do not say it as a priest.
Okay, so go see Curtis Law of the OPP.
Yeah.
Anything else?
1 second.
No, then again, it could also be the Fey girl he didn't eat,
That's true.
which could be definitive proof
But
of the
that would
other
have
side.
been really quickly though, because it wasn't that long ago that we dealt with that Fae.
A body
12 hours ago.
Is a body floating in the lake?
It's about 12 hours ago at this point, maybe 8 hours ago.
OPP.
I guess so.
You know what I mean?
All right, so he says that's it. Any updates on the Pang Fu axe or the, what are they called? The Denarians in the valley area?
We are still searching for the Denarians in the area, but we have the Pengu Fu axe in our possession as we speak.
Excellent. Hold on to that. Keep it secure. And if any information can be acquired, there might be some law practitioners. You should make some connections in the Ottawa area, says Byron, for anyone who can do any research beyond what you can, anyone you trust. If you find anyone, make sure to log with us, call us, and see if there's any history that the Monarch Society has with them. And once you've validated with that, we'll give you the clearance to use them to do any research. If we have nothing on them, we're going to trust you to update us on them personally.
Roger that. Also, we had to recover the Pengu Fu. We had to take out a ranking member of the Jade Court, who now appear to be in the Ottawa Valley area.
Any information related to that's extremely useful. We have agents in the Yangtze Valley area in China, so they have very little information on the Jade Court there. So any additional information would be able to help us with them. Also, the White Council has requested any information pertaining to 1970s forward with the Jade Court. So if you have anything, and I mean anything, send it our way. Send documents and photos. If you have a dead body, we will send someone to collect the body.
We have a body.
We'll send someone's text to locate the information to the number I am now providing you. And a couple seconds go by and a phone number shows up. He says, code for Byron with all information. Any response from me should come B1ZFUI. If it doesn't come with B1ZFUI, it's not official information.
10-4. One information to note about these vampires to pass along. The vampire himself, the body was dead while moving.
Okay.
The body was completely dead. No blood, no anything. It was a husk of almost, but in full control and able to control the bodies of others.
Did the body evaporate upon demise?
Negative.
Okay. All right, I'll take that down. I'll pass that to upstairs and let them know what's going on.
All right, that's it for me.
All right, over and out. And the phone hangs up. All right, Jack, what are you doing?
While searching the body, I will mumble pencil pushing prick.
Who's a pushy prick?
Pencil pushing prick.
Oh, yeah.
For Brandon giving away all that information for free.
For free? They're paying me.
No.
B-roll.
Yeah, we're investigating and you're giving away all this information.
That's my job.
Yeah, pencil pushing prick.
All right.
So I rolled a 2 on alertness.
All right.
You're
looking at the body. There's no surprises really come out.
Oh, I'm looking for like through pockets and whatnot is what I was planning to do.
Yeah. You could either do alertness or what was the other one? Investigation would be all the same. Examination is under investigation, so you'd probably closer to In
Scholarship or
I've got alertness and I've got stealth.
so you don't have
that's-
anything. So we'll use alertness. It'll be a little less thorough per se, but it'll still be pretty close. You said you got a 2?
Yeah.
All right. With a roll of 2, you check his pockets easily. There's nothing documentation wise. There is nothing in his exterior pockets, but in his interior pocket, there's a notepad and writing in traditional Mandarin. Do you speak traditional Mandarin?
I do.
Do you? How does your character speak traditional Mandarin again?
200 something years old. I've been around. I got Chinese people in the Bryan market.
Is that something that we agreed on? I don't know how languages work in this
I'm
game.
just throwing it in to be a dick.
Derp,
Reputation is strong.
derpa, derpa. Let's have a roll for it.
You know
for
I do
scholarship.
Bryan market.
Yeah. You might be able to use that to get a benefit on your roll, but roll a scholarship.
My scholarship is +3.
Mhm.
4.
4. You can read most of it. Some of the language is very traditional and antiquated in ways that it doesn't make sense what these keys mean per se.
Okay.
These icons, but what you gather is it's a shipping address with information on arrival and delivery dates, and there's what looks like the symbols moonlight, right? It's 2 symbols together, and information that doesn't make sense per se. Like one word's like mountain, right? And then it's like mountain valley path, right? And it doesn't make sense to anything you know.
Volis, use the goddamn phone. You have a spirit of intellect for a goddamn reason. It reads everything.
I will call my phone, but this is a shipping document, and these people, they live in a box. I don't know what you are thinking, but
Yeah, do you want to use the
I don't
tablet?
trust Volis to not tell me everything it says.
I'm gonna call Kevin, and I pull up my fancy iPhone 6, which is a solid piece of rock.
Yes.
And I knock on it.
Yep.
Hello, Kevin, are you there?
Oh, hey! What's going on? I was just thinking about this magazine I read 1972 featuring famous artist Prince. Big guy. Well, not physically big, but musically, he's coming up, I think.
Oh, I think someday he will be something special, yes.
Absolutely. I've got a back catalog. Apparently, he's been doing a lot. I'm really digging into it. All right, what do you need?
I like to scan this document and see what it says, and if it makes sense to you.
All righty. This document, all the pages?
Yes, I press it against the tablet. And I
Oh,
make
boy.
motion.
Well, that's what's interesting. Let me just hold this.
Pull it off.
Oh, there you go. Too
Kevin,
close. Too close.
Can you read this document?
Well, there's shipping addresses and a couple of names here. Nobody super interesting. But it says, what is this? Montreal Road? Apparently there's a warehouse on Montreal Road.
Oh, I'll write this down. Okay. And what's with the mountains and the moons and...
Oh, are you talking about the keys? He literally wrote Mount Real.
Oh,
Royal Mountain Road.
Royal Mountain Road. All right.
But I'm thinking, Jean Paul. I'm thinking he means Montreal Road. That's in Vanier. Vanier is a well-known location.
Wait, can I hear this thing?
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
Okay.
When is the next shipment coming in? Does it have any idea of other...
Nope. From what I understand here and looking around, oh boy, you guys did a job in here. Oh, what did you do in this place? Oh my God, the horror. Oh, Alfred doesn't look so good. It seems as though that he got shipped here by accident. He wrote down the wrong thing.
So he is a dumb vampire. All right.
He's not familiar with the English language.
Are you hungry?
English.
Should I dip the phone in some of this weird vampire blood? Will that make you twitch?
Oh, there's no blood.
There's no blood.
It's always dry. All right.
It's a husk, yeah.
I rub him on the dead vampire. Go, oh, do you like this? Huh? You weird little demon.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh, God, stop it. I hate this. I hate everything about this. Kevin out. And the phone hangs up.
I'm just gonna look at you and be like, don't taunt the demon.
Oh, okay. I will give him something nice next time. Maybe a woman.
Your phone rings, Jean-Paul, except now it doesn't ring like it was before. It's ringing the Purple Rain.
Oh. Hello. Who is this? A wonderful artist?
I'm back. I found the actual address. He messed it up. You see that? And you can see the address on Montreal Road. It's a warehouse, and it's Yangtze Warehouse.
Yangtze?
Yeah. Like the Yangtze River in China.
Oh.
Yangtze Warehouse.
You, Kevin, are amazing. I'll get you a special treat. What would you like?
I think some of this art by Prince would be excellent. There's a picture of him in a bathtub. Have you seen this guy?
This is at my house. Oh, this will change your life.
Wears high heels. I hope nothing weird happens to him. Anyway, gotta go. All right. So what else? So what else is Jack doing?
Well, after hearing that, and I know there's nothing really prominent on the guy. Wait a minute. I want to. So there's currently a blade, like a spear, through his chest.
It passed right through him.
Oh, okay.
And hit the wall behind and almost knocked over the lantern.
I want to examine the wound.
Okay. Give me scholarship. What you watching, Bob? Looks like there's a blonde girl in it.
Background lights, I'm not so dark.
2.
Keep back there. When I
I
pause,
don't have scholarship.
So you got a 2?
Yeah.
All right. Well, examining the body, it looks like it passed right through his rib, out the back, and into the wall, and it hit the ground after. Like it didn't dent in the
What I'm
wall.
looking for is like supernatural aspects to the body.
It looks as though it has organs on the inside, but all the organs look rotted and like very old. If you check his body, there's many wounds, and most of them have been stitched closed.
Okay.
very well.
So they're old. The bodies are. I want to
Oh my God! Is this an old
break off a finger.
vampire?
Did you use a knife or anything?
Well, first I'll see if I can like physically break it off.
Yeah, you take a finger and you crack it, and the skin still has elasticity to it. It doesn't just pull off.
Okay, well then I'll cut it off then.
I do not think it's.
Yeah, when you cut it off, the bone where it's broken, there's no marrow in the bone. The bone is like hollow and dusty.
I will take that and exit the basement.
Okay.
I want to go to where there's a torch, but not where there's flammable liquid all over the ground.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, Alfred gets up and says that he'll go upstairs and see if he can rest here for a while till he feels a bit better.
I got the body, flip up a toe and put it in my pocket because you never know. It might come in handy later, yes?
His shoes are super nice.
Oh.
He's got these long toe, almost elf-like shoes.
I take off the shoes and I take a toe and I keep the shoes as well.
The shoes are a little small for you. They're like size 9. Yeah, they're size 9, whereas your character is fairly tall. You're like 6 feet tall, right? 6'1"? Yeah. Yeah, so you'd have size 11 or 12 feet then. So yeah, the shoes are definitely too small for you. All right. So what are you guys doing? What are we doing from here?
Well, I don't know what they're doing downstairs.
I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to go talk to the head monk and let him know what happened.
Okay. When you get up the stairs, Alfred finds him first, And Alfred, you see him talk, and he sends Alfred off to a room to go get some rest. And he sees you, and pleased to see you. He goes, "What can I help you with?"
I just wanted to let you know that the Jade's Court vampire downstairs has been taken care of.
Yes.
I've contacted my superiors, and they'll be sending a team down to collect the body.
Excellent. Excellent.
Unfortunately, we were unable to save the monk that was locked in there with him.
That is a true tragedy. He was a good man. I will miss
we
him
did
quite
what
a
he-
bit.
We did what we could, but he was completely enthralled by the vampire.
It is a tragedy, but these things happen. In these circumstances, things become lost, and it is the cost of the success.
And on top of that, a lot of your liquor in there has been destroyed.
Get out of my place.
But I have to say, these shoes.
No,
are
I said get out.
And here are these shoes, and you could sell them to buy new alcohol.
Your friend may stay, but you all must leave now.
I give him the shoes and leave.
All right, we fuck off.
Well, before I leave there,
They're very nice.
is it still daytime?
Oh, it's like almost 8 a.m. Well, I guess it'd be 7 a.m. at this point.
So the sun's up?
Yeah, the sun's definitely up.
Okay, so getting a grip on the finger, so only like the nail and the tip of it are there. I hold it up to the sunlight, see if that has any effect on it.
As you hold it up to the sunlight, it becomes more turgid.
More what?
Turgid, like when you fill like a brake hoses till they're stiff, or like a balloon till it becomes stiff, or like when your penis inflates and becomes stiff, it becomes turgid.
Ah, so like a fucking penis.
Okay, so it's
it goes from being malleable to stiffening.
It's a
Okay.
So like rigor mortis.
Very much like rigor mortis.
Okay. Next, I will touch it to any of their torches or lanterns.
To see if it just like goes up.
I want to see how fast it lights up.
It burns as if you've held a finger to it. Like first it begins to blister and burn, and then eventually blacken.
It wouldn't blister if it's completely a husk.
It does blister. It's not paper.
Yeah,
It
but
does first. It blackens and blisters, and then
so it's just burning.
Yeah, it's just burning.
I drip a little bit of my own blood on him and see if anything happens.
While he's burning it?
No, I got the toe.
Oh, what torch are you using? You said you used a torch. You just like got a lighter on you. You just light it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep smokes on me, but I don't really. They're for the bad day smokes.
So you have the toe, Bob, Jean-Paul. Do you just like bleed your blood on the toe?
Yeah, I just break my skin and I drop some blood into the wound of the broken toe and see if it swells or anything.
It absorbs it and begins growing more flesh.
If vampire is definitely sleeping and not dead downstairs. Volus, you should make an emergency call. This guy is not dead downstairs. He is alive still.
Oh.
100%.
I want to hold in the sunlight with the finger.
Do you want to roll a scholarship, Bob, or a lore, possibly?
I could roll.
Anybody who wants to roll lore or scholarship, now's the time. With what just happened with what Bob did, with what Jean-Paul did? 6.
I got a 1.
1. Yeah.
3 plus 2, got 5.
5. So with a 5 and a 6, both of you kind of remember like the whole legends of like vampires when it comes to sunlight. Like the original Bram Stoker story said that he would go into his coffin, and when they'd find him, he'd be a corpse in his coffin during daytime. And you start thinking maybe that's actually what put him down.
He is having a nap.
Yeah.
We need to make a list, and we need to tell the monks that he is not dead.
As it came to be daytime, you get the impression that you were just defeating him just as the sun was coming up.
So he's just asleep. He's not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the driving force.
So
Is
yeah,
it-
need to contact them and tell them to hurry their asses up because they've got
Also-
until sundown.
Also, that toe you have, Bob, is growing most of a foot now.
Burn it.
I'm going to create a circle in the courtyard.
Mhm.
One that'd be big enough to put a person in.
So 6 feet
And-
wide.
I want it to be out in the sunlight.
As you're doing this, Lin Shu comes over and goes, "I'm sorry, I got very upset about the loss of the alcohol. I do not mean you have to leave. I see that you guys are thinking of coming back and talking to me about everything and apologizing, and I gracefully accept your apology."
Yeah, sure. He apologized.
We have some other we there's something else we've just realized. The vampire may not actually be dead.
Well, this is
I
a problem
need-
because I went downstairs and the door is broken.
Yeah, he's just we're thinking
broke the
we think
door.
he might just be asleep because it's daytime. We have until the evening to dispose of him.
I will be back. I must inform my people to clean up quickly.
Actually, can I have 2 of your people, strong, stout people, carry the corpse and deposit it right here?
That will be an acceptable choice. And he disappears to have them bring the body out. So he'll be gone for a few minutes. Bob's foot has grown an ankle.
I'm gonna get on the phone and call Monarch and tell them to hurry their asses up.
I also would like Bob to put his foot in the circle.
All right.
What?
The foot of the Jade
Oh.
vampire, he cut the toe off and bled his blood into it, and it's growing a whole person.
Well, shit.
All right. Well, he'll probably do that without question.
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing, Jordan? What are you doing?
Well, I'm waiting until the body's deposited in there before I close the circle with intent.
Okay. So as that's going on, and we're
So
waiting
I'll
for
build
Bob,
up
I'm going to
some
go grab
energy.
myself another drink, and you discuss with Volus what you're doing here, so he's
Okay.
in the end.
So I assume he'd be watching me doing all this crap.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping to get on the phone with Monarch and update them, let them know that they need to hurry up with some kind of a containment unit for this vampire because he is probably still alive and just in hibernation.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
So
I'm
if
going to
he-
try and seal it in here.
You can seal it in there until he needs to be moved. He can't. To get him out of there, the seal needs to be broken.
Well, yeah, they can break the seal. I'm only going to use a essence seal. I'm not going to use a physical seal. I'm thinking potentially
if
when
he
you
has-
combine the light in combination with
But if he's got,
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Well, no, I guess because he's a Jade Court.
all
'cause, like-
supernaturals have a connection to the magics.
He's only
So-
4.
But if you've
Thickens.
got part human in you, like Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
Thomas can break through a circle, can't he?
To a degree,
Because
but
he's
this
half
doesn't.
human.
This doesn't appear to be human at all. It's
That's
using a corpse to walk
Yeah.
around in. So if I'm thinking I could seal the essence of whatever this thing is in here.
Okay.
Well, we've got the axe at least.
Should we add some of my blood to it and see what happens first?
No, we're taking.
Oh.
We put your foot in the circle I made.
My toe?
No, it's a foot.
No, now it's a
grown
foot
an
with an ankle.
It's grown all new toes, whole new bone. It's grown an ankle. It's slowing down quite a bit,
That's
but you see a femur starting to grow out from the ankle.
Can I start feeding off of it? Because I'm kind of low.
In fact, I need you to roll a hunger, Bob.
'Cause why wouldn't I feed on this fucking thing?
You feel like you're being drained.
Oh.
It's got a connection to you.
2.
2? All right. You're going to take a 3 on your, what's it called?
Mental?
On your mental, yeah.
Wait,
Right.
you add like 3 more than he already had?
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's
So
at
he's
5
at,
now.
so
out
he
of
so he
7.
took 2 and 2. So
Yeah.
instead of a second 2, you can't take 2 twice. So he
No, I
goes to
took
3.
2, and then I took 3, so I'm at 5.
So you took 2 and you got a 2 again with that roll. You said you rolled 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it goes to 3
yeah, so I'm at
on
5.
mental. You do feel. I need you to roll for a discipline right now.
Yeah, because I took 2 with
And he gets a 5. So he gets
You
a
took
6.
2 by helping Alfred, so now you're taking 1 more for this. You're taking 3 more
Yeah,
for this.
there's like some weird sort of like viral effects
Wait,
with
did
these
I just
powers.
take 3 more, or did I just take 1?
1 past 2 is 3, right?
Why
So
did I take
you have a 2 slot where you took a damage for mental.
Yeah.
You just took, because you can't do 2 twice, knock off 3.
So I got 3 all the way. Okay, I took 5 by accident.
So you can take a 1 and you can take a 4 now, but you can't take a 2 or 3 until the scene ends. If you take a 2 or 3, it'll go to 4. And then if you take a 2, a 3, or a 4, it'll jump to 5.
So you want a discipline?
So you need a discipline because it's now draining your consciousness, your ability to resist.
I got 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 1. I got 7.
You got 7. You resist. You resist by 1. You feel, and you actually shut it down. With that, just being that high and 1 above him, you shut down the connection, and the bones stop growing out of the leg. You see what looks like 2 Wudan monks coming, and they've created a cloth carry so that the 2 of them can carry the body of the jade vampire out.
Okay, I direct them to put it inside the circle without damaging the circle.
They put it down beside the circle. They grab the arms and leg, lift him up, and place him gently, and then put the arms cross on his chest like this, and the finger missing, right? The finger missing.
Yeah.
And the toe
In his
missing.
mouth.
And you have most of a leg, Bob.
I put it in his mouth, pointing downwards.
You put the foot in his mouth?
Pointing downwards, yeah.
Okay. You feel extremely drained physically, emotionally, and mentally right now, Jean-Paul. Like, connecting your blood to this, like, dead body part really did a job on you.
I have made a grave discovery and a grave mistake. And I'm also going to the temple to rest.
Yes, and the body, now that it's in the light, the jade court vampire.
And make sure that the people there know to call me a cab and get me back to my church.
Yeah. The people there, they nod that they can do that, and one of them goes off to make a phone call and get you a cab. The body.
This is a big thing for me.
Yeah. First off, you gave some to Alfred, and then on top of that, the faux connection through the blood really took a lot out of you. So this corpse, it looks like a corpse that's like dried out and been in a tomb for like 20 years.
Okay.
Right. When they come and another third person comes over, and there's the circular hat with the yellow ring. It's a black circle hat. They place it on him, and there's a tag.
No,
a
actually,
white tag.
I want to stop them from putting that on him.
Okay. They say we found this as well.
And Give me
it's
that.
Just a tag, and Bob, you can roll to try and read it if you want before anything else happens.
Son of a bitch, it's a seal. That's him.
I'm gonna put my scholarship higher on next time. Like, I got a chance. I don't think any presents to be 4.
Scholarship's fun when you're dealing with crazy shit.
Yeah. So I got +2, -2. So my scholarship is 3.
+2, so just +3 in the end.
Yeah.
So reading the symbols, it's a death certificate. Is basically it has his name, which is
his true name.
Shiju is his name.
I said it very clear to Sloan.
Yeah. ZHIZHE with a umlaut on top of it.
This might be his true name.
Yeah, Shiju Lo, or Lao, Loa, is his full name. Lao, yeah. Shiju Lao.
Okay.
And the death certificate comes from 1589 is when it's dated. And there's another name on it of a doctor, which is a name that doesn't make any sense. Reading it, Bob. The name just is Doctor something or another, and it's kind of meaningless.
It's useless to us.
Yeah, it's probably someone who's dead at this point.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to make sure that I have the hat.
Yeah, and you have his death certificate.
Yeah.
And they one of the Wudan fighters who was bringing it goes, it is dishonorable to place a corpse without the death certificate on the face.
Not this time, buddy.
I will trust in you.
I'm going to push power into the circle
Mhm.
to essentially close off all magical energies to it.
Mhm.
Bitch.
And then while
Go on.
No, you said
You go to do that. You're pushing into it. You're getting some feedback, so I need you to roll a conviction.
that is 8.
You beat it by 2. You feel the feedback coming through. You block it off and stop it. What do you do next?
Next, now that I've got this thing sealed, or at least I think it's sealed,
Mhm.
while holding his death certificate and hat,
Mhm.
I'm going to push power into those items
Mhm.
and call it his true name,
Shizu Lo.
Shijuro.
Do you still have his finger
Yep,
on you?
Put in the circle. You said that earlier.
that's everything in the circle.
Everything's in the circle.
Okay.
Except for the hat and the death certificate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm using those as a focus.
Yeah.
I'm calling his real spirit.
Okay.
I want to try to call it Tomb.
Mhm.
So I'm going to dump power into it so that it really knows what I want.
Yep.
So that's, I have to use conviction plus, I'm not using offensive magic, so I can't use that bonus.
What are you expecting to happen here?
Well, I'm trying to summon the spirit.
Are you expecting to have like a manifestation of some sort of poltergeist appear in the middle of the morning?
I'm trying to pull him, because this isn't him.
That's your assumption, that the body and the mind is not him?
I think the body is just another
Resource.
like,
We grew a leg with a little bit of blood.
yeah. The body is just
A
another
little bit
tool.
of your soul, your essence
Yeah.
too. Like it wasn't just the blood. It was like
It
it made like a spiritual connection between you and him when you put your blood into him.
Yeah, because I think it's like also a part of like, because something was pushing back when I tried to close this thing off.
Yeah.
Very parasite
Which
like.
means he's
Yes.
not necessarily in it. He might be controlling it,
Mhm.
or at least be nearby.
Mm-hmm.
So for all I know, he's inside the hat. I want to try and get a definitive feel.
That is
Like-
awesome. That is your theory. Okay.
Like the hat or inside like even the death certificate. I want to know if that's like the anchor.
Yeah.
Because something is anchoring him here. Otherwise he would have just died.
The secret of the Jade Court vampires. They're all hats.
They are. They're all mimics with like mind control
Oh.
abilities. You put the mimic on your head, it attaches and takes you over.
And their
Some-
ghouls grow back.
Yeah.
Dumping discipline into this, so that's 4, 5. That's a 6 on my energy scale. And
It's like Mario Odyssey with bloodsuckers.
1 mental stress.
All right. So what'd you get?
6
Oh,
on
yeah,
my power.
And you're trying to use that power to call his spirit.
I'm calling directly to his spirit.
Well, while you're doing that, the clouds coalesce and things get a little bit darker. And what was a chatty day with, you could hear the streets of the cars going by. The cars go silent. The people walking their dogs go quiet. And what looks like a little, almost completely naked boy with his head shaved, like an Asian-looking boy, shows up, and he starts running around the outside of the circle. And then another one, and then another one. There's 7, up to 7 in the end. 8 children running around the circle. All Asian with no hair, wearing what looks like traditional Chinese underwear, that wrap underwear that they wear, running around the circle. And one stops and pulls his pants down and pees on the ground near the circle.
Motherfucker! I full on like cane this kid.
You go to slap him, and your hand passes through him, and they all disappear to the sound of laughing.
Son of a bitch! You're pushing me, boy.
All right.
Hmm.
You feel the essence of something still there, as if they haven't completely dissipated. You see what looks like around the corner of the
I'm opening up
gates.
my sight.
Oh yeah. This horrifying demonic monster on the other side of the gates stands there. This long traditional, what looks like those Chinese puppets they do with like 7 or 8 people in them, is standing there, but it's not the puppet, it is the real thing. And everyone around you disappears as the thing gets closer, closer, and closer, and then you pass out.
Oh boy.
What everyone else sees is Jack Sloan looking in terror as something like no one sees this but you opened your sight, so you see this thing, and what looks like the circle goes green for everyone watching, and then it shudders and then coalesces strong again and holds.
Justin's really into it.
So the seal holds.
Okay, that's good.
The seal holds.
So
You wake up after about 8 seconds.
So for me viewing this, he is outside of the temple.
It started outside of the temple and started walking its way in towards you, and it grew in your vision until it was the only thing you could see, and then it disappeared.
And he's a Chinese dragon.
Yeah.
And then I passed out, but then woke up a few seconds.
It's about
later.
8 seconds you were out.
Okay.
For.
No blackout.
My sight's still open until I close it, so I quickly glance around just to.
It's all gone. The only thing that's there is the green pyre to the sky from the circle you did.
Okay.
And inside the body, inside the circle, there's like spirits trying to get out, and every time one touches the circle edge, it dies and disappears. And like you can see the children on the outside trying to get in, trying to get to the children on the inside. And as they touch the circle, each one dies and disappears till there's none. And it's just the body in there.
Oh no, that's the souls of everyone he's eaten up till now.
Zone, what is all this flashing?
Well, I think I banished him out of the body for now.
What did you see?
So everything inside. There's a lot of dead people dying again. I don't know how to explain it.
I need you to roll a mental conviction from seeing that many people fucking souls die with this.
But I didn't see that. Only Stone saw that. Whoa, only Stone saw that. We saw flashing.
Not you guys, just him. Just Sloan. Just Jack.
Not in the camera. Not on the camera.
Mom, we're playing games, Mom! Mom!
It's like, Mom, we're
Mom,
playing games,
Mom!
Mom.
We're playing games!
Oh, Bob.
Mom!
Because
You kids go to bed at a decent hour.
Okay, Mom.
Miss you, Court.
Justin says he misses you.
Miss him too.
All right.
I can't believe somebody kisses that face, bro.
She's cute. I like her. I'll miss her.
Good for you. You went up. I've
I
seen your.
know.
All right. I need you to roll a mental.
Different country.
Sure, I rolled a 6.
6. You break even, so you do pass. It goes to the defender. So, not too bad. That's pretty good. But it was overwhelming with your sight open to see that shit.
I'm as long as I know that he's not here anymore.
Bullet's looking up.
You will forever see the souls fighting to get to each other.
Yeah. Well, oh god. So that's the thing that bothers me. What are the ones outside?
Mm-hmm.
Like the ones inside are definitely stuff I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, you summoned with energy, tried to call to his soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means
There's
then
the
all these ones
energy.
are-
There's the energy he has. Roll a scholarship.
Yeah,
Scholarship or lore, one or the other.
I'll,
Whatever.
I'll
is-
go lore.
Yeah.
I actually have lore. Ooh, that's good. That's very good. That's 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so there's the souls he has in him that he's spending. It's like a battery. There's batteries that have been spent through the years,
Mhm.
right? So when you called to it, it's the ones he's consumed, trying to get to the ones that have been in him, that the ones that he's still using, right?
So I'm basically, in a way, I'm depleting his batteries.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And you're seeing all the batteries of times you're come and gone. I should stop playing with these dice because I keep dropping them.
So I'm draining him at the very least.
Where the heck did that
You
go?
returning their energy to those people then? Because they're still alive on the outside.
The ones outside are the ones that he's still working with now.
The ones on the inside are the ones he's working with now. The ones on the outside are the ones that he's used up.
So there's a couple ones outside. So basically, I'm draining what's left of what's in him right now.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Die, you fucker.
As for, you said you got a what, 6?
6.
As for the dragon, it looks as though it could be the very spirit essence that you disconnected him from.
Okay, so he's out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not in here anymore.
That's right.
Okay, I will close down my sight and take a few minutes to kind of just think.
Yeah. You do that, and I'm going to look for my die. There it is. Found it. Right there. All right. What are you doing,
But I'm going to make a
Bolus?
very point. I'm going to tell Bolus and Jean really quickly, whatever you do not break the circle.
Yeah.
I continue praying to Jesus.
Pick up the phone and go.
Volus, you have faith like a pillar. This
Yeah.
is something that's overwhelming for Jack. Your friends of monsters, and for Jean Paul, you're godbound. So this is something that's beyond anything you guys have ever experienced or seen. Like the Jade Court is a whole new monster.
5 a.m.
Okay, 5 a.m.
This is why I should stop playing with my dice. Anyway, this is a whole new type of monster and something new, and you're all very aware of it. You can all take a fate point right now because you're all kind of freaking out.
Not dead. Jake Court.
I'm gonna stop playing with that. Yeah. This is something like you all have seen something beyond, and what Jack is telling you, that like the souls are still residing in him. Like it's a lot to learn.
That's
So,
why they don't die so
Yeah.
easily. It's because they've got so much saved up over the years.
yeah.
And I can't even
If he's-
guarantee that. Like, this is only
if
going to
he's-
last until tomorrow.
If he's got souls in him, doesn't that mean he can break the circle when he wakes up?
If
The souls couldn't cross. They tried to break the circle.
Yeah.
They were like fighting to get to
Right.
each other.
right now,
But they don't have physical manifestation. They can't cross through the barrier
No.
without a physical body.
That's right.
But if when his physical body regains motion, like at sundown,
Yeah.
could he not then break the circle?
He might be
He's-
able to, you think.
Are
Like
you-
that comes to your
For help, yes.
the problem is that
it comes to your opinion that he might very well be able to. He might be able to cross thresholds. He might be able to do all sorts of stuff.
like this is stronger than black. This is stronger. This is stronger than some wizards I've seen.
This is dragon.
So maybe you should call someone, yes?
Yeah.
Like it may very well be
What?
a dragon. I mean, that's the most. I've never seen
Dragons are fucked.
anything.
Dragons are fucking vicious.
Mhm.
And they've got powers. No, they've got powers you wouldn't believe.
All I can say right now is its spirit
Mhm.
is separate from the body.
Yeah, that's not gonna last.
So it's right now the body's hemorrhaging power. So I don't know where the spirit is. It's probably hiding from the sunlight at best.
Yeah.
At worst, it's picked up someone new.
And Jean-Paul, you saw the 4 of them go to the Vanier house across the bridge.
But I see you glitched out on me.
So last session, when they were on the boat, you were following 4 guys in an older vehicle with an old license plate from the 40s and 50s, 60s era. And you and Alfred followed 4 guys to a really well-off house across the bridge onto the Quebec side, right?
Yeah.
So there's, at least in your opinion, 4 more.
And on top of that, if his spirit's free, he could have gone to them, and they could come here.
So do you have a net
4 of them.
for God? Someone?
Roll a lore on that, Jordan.
I have a theory.
6 again.
6 again. You're in the impression that the dragon spirit trying to get to the body, that given enough time during the day, there's a chance it could just dissipate. That if you keep him disconnected from, like, this is the machine.
Yeah.
That there are other ones, and they probably have a similar thing. That there's very little chance you could have more than 1 in a body, from everything you know.
Okay.
So
as long as I can keep him away from them, there's a chance I might be able to kill him.
Yeah, this might very well kill him if you keep it going long enough.
I need...
among the idea, you think of literally destroying the body on a pyre.
Yeah, but the problem is right now, though, if I break that circle, there's a good chance he could just come zipping right back to it.
Yeah. So so those 2 thoughts, like, I destroy the body, it probably will have nothing else to possess and go back to wherever they come from.
But I can't risk
and
getting back to the body before I
will
destroy it.
possibly prepare another body and yada yada yada. Maybe make another one as time goes on. However they reproduce. Maybe they'll use a white court, like we've seen what happened with Jean-Paul. They might have to steal white courts and use their blood. Like, there could be a whole thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
And also the foot isn't growing in the circle at all. As soon as the circle went up, the foot's growth stopped immediately. And you, Jean-Paul, you were already feeling better, but you really feel the connection is dead to that foot now that he's got the circle up.
So I need to
Fireball?
make a physical circle.
It might be good to make a physical circle. It might be good, you think, to destroy the body fully and completely. So
that's what I mean. If I make a physical circle around, power that up, I can go inside and destroy it physically.
Yeah.
So that means I need a physical circle, which means I need
you need time and
copper,
effort.
I need time and effort. My thaumaturgy sucks, but I can do it.
All right, what do you think of Volus? What do you think of Jean-Paul?
I am thinking we can use our clothing.
Volus, get me copper wire.
Where the fuck am I going to get you copper wire from?
There's
because you got told over the phone that you have access to any of Modoc's vast money and wealth. Get me a shit ton of copper wire so I can make a proper physical circle.
There is definitely, like, hardware stores in Ottawa. You can think of tons of copper, just raw copper ground wire you can get.
I hop in the Mercedes and I go to get copper wire.
Oh, even though you're feeling better, the taxi shows up.
I tell him to wait here.
All right,
I have 5 plus 2.
Are you just driving? Are you just driving in the Mercedes? Are you taking Volus with you? You
go real quick.
Oh, this is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I'm going to stay behind. And
Are you taking Volus with you, Jean-Paul?
Oh, I'm just going to go.
Okay.
I have 3.
All right, we will get back to you, Jean-Paul. Volus, what are you doing?
Okay, I have a theory, but it's based on a lot of it
Ifs, buts, and conjecture.
Yes, just about the Jade Court. I don't know how to deal with the situation.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to contact Monoc and I need to tell them to hurry up and to get something down here because this body we have a limited time frame before this body is going to try and get up again. Okay. I know that we're trying to find a way to destroy it, but we need a contingency in case that doesn't happen.
Okay.
We need to be ready for anything. So okay. I'm going to get on the phone and I'm going to call Monoc and I'm going to give them an update.
Okay. Phone rings twice. Bring. Monoc Securities, Byron speaking.
Byron, it's Volus again. Monarch ID Alpha 6 29ers Z12.
Cleared. Well, what can I do for you?
We have an update on the Jade Court Vampire corpse, which we are under the impression now it is only dormant because it is daytime. It is not actually dead. We have it contained in a magic circle at the moment, but we have
Who is your
theoretic.
practitioner? Did you send a name forward for us to review? I haven't checked the emails. Hold on a second. But continue. I'll just check the emails as you're going.
We have it contained temporarily at the moment, but we could definitely use a containment team here ASAP to be prepared to take a body that could get back up and use psionic attacks. We are preparing to destroy the body if necessary.
Yeah. Hold on. When did you send the email? You must have sent it within like the last 20 minutes, right?
Which email?
The email with the practitioner's name. What practitioner are you using? You said you had a circle that it's contained within. I never got an email from you. No, I don't have anything. Did you use the email? And he relays his email from Monarch to you again. Did you send it to that one?
Negative. I did not send an email.
All right. Who's the practitioner you're using? That's pretty short notice to find someone to do something like that. Is it one of the contacts you've used before? Let me go through your stuff. We have Alfred Bauer. Is he a magic user? From everything we have, there's no magic user for Alfred Bauer. Does he do magic?
Negative. There was a monk in the monastery that had some practitioning, had some basic knowledge of practitioning.
All right. We have the monastery name here. Do you know the name of the monk?
Not offhand. He made the circle and then left.
All right. Well, we'll need his name if you're going to keep using him in the future. I need a deception. I need a deception roll for you right now. Deceit. Roll deceit.
I rolled a 1.
Gonna get my ass burned at the stake.
I'm gonna take a note on this one. I'm not saying something's gonna come of this, but
yeah, I've got nothing that'll help me here.
he goes, we have the phone number for the place. We'll call them earlier. You seem a little off. Is there something you want to talk about, Volus? I know there's been a lot going on there recently. If there's something you're not telling us, we could go to Vander and like talk to him about it if you'd like to ask.
Question, Justin, as a meta note. I know about Monarch, right?
Okay. You roll either scholarship or lore. And you can't hear what's going on his side.
No, I know. I only hear his side of the conversation.
You hear him umming and ahhing and saying, yeah, it was a monk who did the circle. Yeah.
I have a 2, so.
And when you hear him, both of you, when you hear him say the monk, you both of you go, ooh. Because you could just, both of you see through his like panic lie.
And monks don't practice this shit. So,
Did you use my name?
I used 2. You're not there. You left.
Yeah,
he knows.
Yeah, you left. You wouldn't have noticed it, Jean-Paul. Sorry,
I have a 2 on my lore for knowing Monarch.
Two's enough to know what they do, and plus you know him, so it would actually be a little easier check.
So then I would know he's a Viking.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, obviously you know.
So then I would know roughly that Monarch's led up by a bunch of like immortal Vikings and whatnot.
Yes, absolutely.
At this point, I'm just gonna look to him like,
what is that you're mouthing?
Just fucking tell him.
Just fucking tell him? Okay. You see him mouth, just fucking tell him.
All right. I do have a magic practitioner in my party currently.
So is this the monk you're speaking of?
No, it is an actual wizard. but
So
he
what,
is not.
what about
well,
the monk?
But
Because we were about
he
to
is
call
not.
them.
He is not of the White Council.
Your magic practitioner is not part of the White Council?
No.
And how is he? How do you know him?
He is an associate of Jean Paul.
Jean Paul. Just one second. That's the contact you've been working with.
Yes, he's an associate of John Paul who assisted us in taking down the Jade Court vampire.
All right. We will need to talk with him briefly. I need to know his name at the very least to look him up to see if he's got any history.
Jack Sloan is the name I have.
All right, we'll get back to you about that. If there's any conflict of interest or whatnot, we'll let you know not to use them. Generally, I know you're kind of new at this as new field agents, so there are certain people we don't associate with because of the, like I said, a conflict of interest. I can't say yay or nay based on the Jack Sloan, S-L-O-A-N, Jack Sloan.
Sloan, correct.
All right, we have there's some stuff coming. I'll have to let you. I'll talk to you later. I'll call you back in a bit, okay?
10-4.
And the phone hangs up.
I just kind of look over at you. Listen, in this situation, I'd rather not blow your resources. If they catch you lying, it's going to be worse for us than them figuring out me. Because you suck at lying.
Not to agree more.
All right, so you're
I'm driving.
You get to a hardware store.
I rolled a +3 on my driving, which is +2, so I rolled a 5.
So you get there no problem, easily parking right close to the thing. There was a little old lady driving, East Indian woman who looked about 90 years old with Coke bottle glasses, and she was driving in between lanes. You passed her no problem, right? Anyway, you got to the hardware store, you found the copper wire, and you're at the cash. How are you paying?
That's why I said bonus.
No, he has a card for the white court. I'm just curious if he's using that or cash.
Oh, I'm using my cash I got from the safe.
You've got the cash?
Yeah.
Because there was gems.
How much?
Did we
How much is a
not
spool
pay
of
off?
copper
You
wire?
spent. No, there's like $90. There was derpa, paying off the father with the resources that you had already from the safe.
Yes.
Okay, so that's spent. So that he could take care of all the cameras, all the stuff, the blood, the vehicle, the Tricel, all of that was taken care of, right?
I pulled out the Discovery card.
Okay.
I paid with Discovery.
You pass the Discovery card through the thing, and it says insufficient funds. Actually, it doesn't even say insufficient funds. It says contact cashier.
No, I've never had a problem with the card before. That's bullshit.
You swipe it again?
The only card I was left. We covered that at the beginning of the story.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware of this. Do you swipe it again?
Yes, then I call Kevin.
You swipe it again, and it says contact cashier. And one of the cashier comes over and goes, "Is there a problem?"
I give her a gold ring, which I have a gem in it.
Roll a charisma or something. Just go away! Go away!
Home Depot doesn't work on the barters.
$3,000 ring.
Pay for this, I'll be on my way.
I'll be right back. You're like you're gonna push a bitch over and run.
3 plus 4 is 4, 5, 6, 7.
Here's a sapphire for your trouble.
Exactly. And what'd you roll for what?
3 plus 4.
So which skill are we rolling?
Rapport or presence?
Presence, sure. Presence is a good one. She's dumbfounded. She's overwhelmed with you giving her the ring. And she's like, hi. She's not looking at you. You could run with the copper wire right now.
Sure.
Do you run with the copper wire?
Oh, yeah, I'm gone.
No.
Inhuman speed, just flake.
Yeah.
Okay.
The doors don't even open. I just run through them gently and jump in my car. I'm out there peeling out.
You're gone. You got it. You got the wire. You're gone.
I'm picturing Beverly Hills Ninja. Like, do you perhaps take gold?
Yes. So you mark the ring off. It's gone.
and
Oh,
assume the police are
God.
going to be after
I
you.
cannot believe you got rid of the ring. Girl has ring. We're gonna say Home Depot girl
Why are you writing that down?
Because that was an important
because
ring.
the ring was an item.
We might run
The
into
DM
it again. I might run
When
into
the
the
DM makes notes of these things, it's never good.
That's gonna come up later at a later date.
That's gonna bite you in the
What
ass.
was the ring about?
He
What was
found
the
it.
ring for?
They found it at the Silver
This was my
Dollar.
wedding.
It's an item Colin had that was in the safe. There's a necklace, a ring, money, and tapes.
Yeah, I have the necklace.
You
though.
haven't checked the tapes yet.
No, I
And
haven't.
you never asked me to look at the ring or anything else.
No,
That could have
Oh
been.
no!
but we did split the money up, if you remember
We
correctly.
did split the money. Yes.
Oh yes, thank God for that.
Welcome for thousands of dollars.
It's like
Yeah, I've got $3,000.
yeah, something
from-
like $9,000 or $12,000 or something. Everybody got enough, but like
I have potentially unlimited resources.
yeah,
Well, I was supposed to send
Jean
you.
Paul just realized there's something going on with his card. Meanwhile,
He's being cut up by the family.
Well, yeah,
Me-
'cause, I mean, we have not been on talking terms for a while.
Meanwhile,
I ended up roll for how fast I can drive back.
you get a text message, Volus, that says there's nobody local and crossing the border is going to be a problem. They want you to manage the body for at least a week.
A week.
That's what they send you. They
Yeah,
need They need you to manage the body for at least a week.
Throw it the Fae.
A wizard's gonna manage it real quick with a blowtorch.
All right. Meanwhile, what are you guys doing?
I'm waiting.
It's
we
noon. It's noon now. High noon.
Yeah,
We have other vampires we can choose from to give to Monarch later. Let's burn this one now.
Yeah, I'm focusing on making sure that nothing interrupts my.
In about 5 minutes, Jean Paul shows up, and he pulls in with the vehicle there and walks out. He's got this big spool of copper.
Okay.
Big spool, nice heavy gauge copper.
Face, sweating. I look like I'm gonna die. I have the shit with the copper, and I need to sit down. Yes.
So I'm gonna use my
How
discipline.
much did this cost?
I got just a ring. It's no big deal. It's a very nice one with the diamond and the gems.
I'm gonna ignore that and keep working with it.
Keep focusing.
I'm gonna use my discipline to
You
create
gave Home
a.
Depot a ring?
Yes, and then I left very quickly.
Oh god.
You stole it.
No, I gave her something. She did not say no, and I left, and we made a deal.
You don't barter in a capitalist
No.
system.
You should not barter in the capital system. You should not. I have.
It's what,
Have you seen my?
what do
No,
you-
no. Volus, you're gonna have to take a fate point because you have Viking life, and that shit makes sense to you. If she took it, that makes sense.
Fair enough. Okay.
You get a fate
You
point,
also
though.
have man out of time. So she
That's
took
true.
the ring. He said she took the ring.
She should be fine. It's
You
okay.
are more than
Okay.
supportive of this change.
Okay,
It makes perfect
okay.
sense to you. Take your point.
I-
It makes sense. Good job. You did it.
Thank you.
So I will use the copper wire to create
A ring.
perfect circle or
Ring?
around
I'm going to create the ring with this.
About
You know,
2 feet
you know,
wider than mine.
Yes, absolutely.
So that way
You-
there's plenty
you-
of room.
I need you to roll something. Some
Discipline?
intelligence to make sure you did the circle right.
Should I use my discipline?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, you'll probably do fine.
5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
No,
actually,
I
you know
rolled
what?
really low, like negative
Uh-oh.
3 for his fail rate, and he did good.
Okay, so I want about 4 feet wider than my own.
You with expert skill, put all the extra detail to make sure this is 100% correct. You add extra iconography into it, including adding knowledge you have for like the ancient Chinese dragons to it.
Okay.
You are more than confident this should do what you're hoping for it to do.
Okay, so I step into that circle.
Yep.
In between the other two. and I ask someone to pass me like a cask of that wine and a torch.
The
Oh, no.
Lin Shu, yeah. If you don't have wine, Bob, Lin Shu's there drinking what's left of the wine. Sadly,
There's all the cast downstairs.
well, so do you hand him? What do you have, Bob?
I'm gonna go downstairs and get a barrel of wine.
When you turn around to go do it, he goes, "I have some here already,"
Okay, perfect.
and he hands it to you, Jean-Paul, if you want to hand it off.
Okay, I just hand it off.
Okay, I bring that inside of my mini circle, and then I need a torch.
Well, you have a lighter. Your character has a lighter.
I want a torch.
Okay.
I can't guarantee this fucker won't call it wind or something. I put nothing past what they can pull off at this point.
There's definitely a cigarette lighter in the vehicle.
Well, I have a lighter. Like, I have my lighter. I want a piece of wood with rag around it to give me that extra bit of flame.
Grab a torch and some more wine from the basement.
You go downstairs
Maybe
and
there's
find
flares,
more than
road
enough.
flares in the car.
Okay.
You find more than enough stuff, Jean-Paul, in the basement. You actually make you start going to like 1700 torch making, and you make a really competent one with the wine without getting this shaft covered in wine at all. You're
Perfect.
like, this is minty. You're like, I haven't done this in forever.
Once
Could there be road flares in the car?
Oh, that's
Yeah, sure, there is.
I'll take one road flare as well.
Yeah. So you show up with a perfectly made proper torch from the 1700s,
barrel of wine.
and you show up with the wine as oil, and you grab a road flare out of the back of the vehicle.
So I step into the first circle.
Yeah.
Or I step into my new circle. I raise it up once I've got all my stuff inside.
Yeah.
Once I raise my new circle,
Mhm.
I quickly open up my sight to make sure that there's nothing in that circle with me that shouldn't be there.
There's no more children coming out of them.
Okay, good. I will lower my sight again because I don't need to see this.
Mhm.
I'll break my first circle.
Mhm.
To walk to the body, I'm going to douse it in the wine,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to light up my torch and set this fucker on fire.
With great ease and expertise, and with your plan, you light him a fire. He begins to light up like a torch as well. He goes up in flame. Just
I'll stand nearby, but I'm waiting until this fucker's down to ash.
yep.
So singing and drinking with Volus.
Within about an hour of watching, it gets to be about 2-3 o'clock. It's very warm out. The monks bring you some excellent food and some more drink from what's left. They tell you the basement's clean. All the files have been recovered that could be recovered. And they've got people down there fixing the door. And they're going to be holding a service tomorrow for
What's his
Fei Long there. So,
Fei Long.
yeah. So it means the dragon. But yeah. So they tell you that they'll be holding service for him, and they don't know if you'll feel bad being there, but they don't feel bad having you there. They know you did what you had to. They hold no contempt for you.
That Jade Court that entered his mind, he entered the dragon?
Yes, enter the dragon. Yes.
Okay.
All
And
right.
I've got branded lead.
Yes, he got branded.
I
All
think
right, so-
daughter with Volus.
So
Drink more
I'm
wine.
going to actually yell out to them from inside the circle. Make sure you save some food for me. This is taking a lot.
Yeah. So like I said, it
want
takes
to die. I understand.
about an hour and a half, and when it's all done, burning. Do you do your best to scatter the ashes and stuff?
Actually, once it's down to like ash, I'm quite literally going to use my wind. Like when I know it's ash, I'm going to kick it to stomp it out of it.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to break the circle and use my wind to scatter the shit forward.
You see that they've actually dug out quite a bit of ground that during this time, like they've been practicing. There's a group over there who's
Mhm.
practicing their katas. There's a group over here with the shovel. They're digging a pit. They have also set up like little wind barriers while you're doing this so that the
Okay.
flames don't carry from place to place. And while you're in there watching it, they've requested that when it's all said and done, that it get buried. That it get interred and just they say, we don't care what you do with it. ultimately, but it should be put underground so that it can't be infecting other people.
Did you burn the foot too?
Oh yeah, that
everything.
went up too. Yeah.
I put
Like I'm talking hat and all, like the shroud, the hat,
Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
and okay, you know
The
what?
death certificate as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Every last bit of this fucker's gone.
Okay.
But
They also bury. They say that they're not burying Lynn, but they're also prepping a grave spot for him as well.
I say you
uh,
vitamins before you put them in the grave. You should burn everything.
Get me-
Of Fei Long. They say they're gonna hold the service for him.
yeah, he's fine. Whatever.
Prayer.
I mean, you chucked the priest in the lake.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
But just meta. You chucked the priest in the lake.
I,
He had been taken over at some point as well. Yeah. All right. Anyway,
Yeah. So if they're that hell bent on it, once I stomp him, like I Smokey the Bear him into the literally.
they have a shovel for you as well if you want to like do the ashes like that. And a
Uh,
hoe. They have hoes there because they're the flat. You want to like scrape them up and make it like a circle out of them.
Yeah, I'm stomping him into the dirt, and then finally, once I'm confident there's nothing left but atomized, then I'll open up the circle to the outside and say, do what you want with it.
All right, they come and they dig out about 3, almost 4 inches of dirt that they like go and they like shift it and mix it in and put it in little square wooden boxes, and they bring it over and like dump it into the grave they've set up.
You should burn the hat and the death certificate.
No, it all goes up.
Should all get burned.
I want no chance of any speck of disguise from my.
You're not opening your site or anything. Are you doing that?
I will open my site just to double check.
When you open your site, there's the remnants of the circle, but you don't see the dragon, you don't see the children, you don't see anything. It's done. It is as you expected.
Okay.
Fire has cleansed all.
So there's
but there is when they're done picking it up, there's this little symbol of like an upside down Y with a stick across it, like a cross. That's the only thing that's left. And as you look at that with your vision, it kind of like you know when your TV used to kind of phase out and kind of staticky out to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That symbol just statics out to nothing.
Now your upside down Y.
Upside down Y with a cross, like a T across it, like it's an upside down Y cross.
Like this?
Well, the cross is way higher.
Yeah, that was Blair Witch.
And not as wide.
He said T, so I don't know if he meant like capital T. So, like that.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
That phases out. There's nothing left.
All right. Now that I'm confident he's gone, I'm going to.
You are 1,000% confident he's gone, and the food they have is amazing.
All right, perfect. I'm resting at this point to eat.
They are very pleased, and they say you are invited to the funeral tomorrow, and they reassure you again that there's no animosity towards you for his death.
I didn't kill him.
They don't blame you or any of your party for it at all. Meanwhile, Alfred is still kind of resting. You see him go up and like drink some water and return to his room. That's about it.
Okay. While eating, as I take a big swig, just kind of put the bottle down, and I'll kind of like as a side comment to Jean-Paul. So what was that about a rig?
Of a rig?
A ring?
Oh, it's easy commerce in a hurry. We should go back to the church and rest. I am feeling very well. You say weary, yes.
You gave a ring to someone?
I made a quick purchase of copper. It seemed important.
With a ring?
With the very big ring with emeralds from the safe.
Wait, what safe?
When we were in the building at the fire, and first started this investigation, there was a safe. I had the money. I gave you some. Had a ring, had a necklace.
And tapes. Don't forget there was VHS tapes.
And there was those tapes. I still have the tapes at the church, yes.
There was a ring inside that safe.
There was a very nice one.
and you gave it to
Wearing
someone.
it the whole time. You have seen this?
You didn't tell me what was in there. You just said they're tapes, so I had to get away to avoid ruining them. What about a ring?
It is
Necklace too.
a People's Jewelers, 1999, maybe.
Do you have the necklace?
It is not what you think. It is how I say. It's worth $2,000 to me, $10,000 to a store. It's not special. It's been on my hands the whole time.
Okay, let me show you something. Just get it through your head. I stopped eating at this point. It's off to the side. It's the last thing I care about. I hold up my cane. You see this?
I know that is your cane.
You know it's like it's worth a stick of wood.
It has been on my hand the whole time. If you could not see it, then you would not see it.
I wasn't.
You
looking
didn't
for
put
it.
on the ring. If you put on the ring, something would have happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've only been kidding. So this piece of wood is worth nothing.
No, if I touch
It
that,
is
I know.
exceedingly valuable.
If I touch that, I know exactly what it is and what it is worth. I know things like this.
You
You
think
know
with
me.
money, you don't.
I know more about these things than you do. You make
Where's the
things-
necklace?
Necklaces with all the tapes and
You're
everything
looking
else.
at it right now.
Oh, you have it on you, Kick.
Yeah. Why would I not
Show me
work
the necklace.
French? You can see it. You've touched it.
I want to examine the necklace.
Okay. And how are you going to go about examining the
Uh,
necklace?
I'll use. Well, first I'm going to go with lore before I open my site because I've opened my site to a lot of crap.
You already see me with your site.
Wait, so you've been wearing the necklace?
No, we can't have.
Oh, fine.
You can't have
And
been
the
wearing
ring.
it. You would have just had it on you. If you
Yeah,
put it on,
trust
it
me.
would. Yeah,
Justin saying that there would have been bad things happening.
The necklace is a gold chain necklace. It has a locket on it, and the locket has like a key to open it. The key is missing.
So I got a 4 on my lore.
A
So
4.
it just looks, yeah.
It has a faint magical essence on it.
This thing is magic.
Yeah, there is what would be considered, it wouldn't D&D scale, like a divination spell on it.
And I would know that with my presence.
If you have a wizard's like ability to see magic, you could see that, yeah. Which you don't.
So it's that faint.
I do believe White Court, which I have here. You have emo vampire, human guys, inside emotion, feeding dependency, human strength, speed recovery, and the catch. You don't have the ability. There is like you can see that people are magical, but like something like this is a very specific magical spell. So unless you're a wizard with sight, you wouldn't be able to see it.
Most of us won't open their site.
Huh?
Most of us won't open their sites. It drives them insane.
Yeah.
Over
Which-
time, that's why I didn't do the secondary on this.
Yeah. And like he's been segregating his mind to do certain things to not fuck himself up, right?
Yeah.
Which is making me more and more dead inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I didn't care about our friend.
Right. So, but yeah, there is a divination spell, and if you could open the locket up, you could make more sense of it. But the locket's locked.
I hand it back over to Jean-Paul. Break this open.
All right.
How are you gonna break it open?
I'm going to use my might with my inhuman strength.
You're just gonna break it so that it breaks the hinges. You're gonna break the lock.
I am going to, I'm going to break this sideways so it pops open through the hinges.
I think Pokey's falling asleep.
All in?
We
He
should
is
probably call it at this point. You go to break the lock, and a faint thing comes out of it, a sound that makes it sounds like a woman's voice as you try to open it up, and it says something in a faint voice that sounds almost sad, longing even, in a language that you don't quite understand. And just as you open it up, there are images. You broke it, right? You didn't get a lock or lockpick it?
Nope.
The images burn up and you miss what looks like a man and a woman for half a second. You see their faces. And the man's face as it burns up looks almost familiar. Roll a lore for me. We got to get a 5 on a lore. Can you get a 5 on a lore? Can we do it?
2.
2? You don't recognize the man, but there's something vaguely familiar about him. What about you, Jean-Paul? Not Jean-Paul, Jack Sloan. Do you roll a lore?
Yeah.
See if you can get a 5 or better.
That is
in?
5.
Exactly a 5?
Exactly 5.
You don't recognize the woman, but the face is of Big Joe Moffra. Very young, very handsome, and it burns out.
Oh.
And that's where we'll end the session.
So Big Joe has a connection to that titty bar that burned down.
Colin, at least.
I got work soon. Good night, gentlemen.
Yep, that's the end of the session. Brandon!
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 Pokey! Brandon, wake up!
Get your hand off your dick.
Touch your penis. All right, good game, everybody. A lot of fun. That's
Brandon,
good.
if you want your cock. I want your cock, Brandon. It's like, that was Brandon cock. You're the best. You're going to be good at work, and you're going to find people you like.
You're the best. You're important. People like you.
Except for Jesus. He thinks you're a dick.
He's wearing an inner ear device. So.
Yeah, he's hearing us. He's just out cold.
Brandon, James is in trouble. You need to help him. Brandon, James is awake. There's something wrong. Nah, I thought that would work.
Brandon, you're still married to Amanda.
Brandon, Amanda bought more cats, and she's definitely bringing them into the house. Oh my God, this one's pissing on your furniture. What is going on? Something's got to wake him up.
Roll for initiative, Brandon.
Brandon, roll for initiative. Brandon, your wife's taking you for everything you're worth. Brandon. Oh my God, he's so burnt out. All right, I feel bad for the old lad. I'm going to have to log off. I feel bad.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.